Hey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We going? We on?
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Just Coolin' Podcast. I am Country Red.
DJ Quinn.
What's up, Ken folks?
Man, chilling like a villain. What's good with you?
No, man. I don't know why you still got that background back there. Ain't nobody even playing for real.
Listen, you can't see that. You can't see that on the real cast. So
Yeah.
that's low key. That's low key right now.
Man, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a special guest of the show that's about to show up here on us in a little bit. By
Let
the
me.
name of AJ. We about to buzz him in. Is he there yet?
Yeah, you want me to let him in?
Yeah, I think he's probably texting me right now while we're doing this.
All right, let me tell him to hold. Tell him to hold up. Let me get him on.
All right. Yep. Let me see here. I got some chicken in the background.
Huh? Yeah.
Hey, you got it. What's up, brother?
Say what now?
So can you hear us? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Good, my brother. Can you
I'm
hear us?
I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
yeah.
All right. Good.
Welcome
Y'all
to
watching
welcome
some
to
new
the.
football games today?
You know, my team ain't playing, but we get around that at a different time.
It's been, my Raiders pulled it out on that last play, man. They got it done.
There it is. There it is.
Crazy
So,
stuff.
welcome to the Just Food and Podcast. Everybody, AJ, our special guest tonight.
Yeah. Hang on. The volume kind of weird.
If you got some headphones, that might work too.
Hold up. Give me 1 second.
All right, brother. What do you got there in the background? What's that? Number 30? That's his old jersey. That look like an old Langston jersey. He still that from Langston?
Man, that is a knockoff Steph Curry jersey that my brother-in-law got my daughter.
Oh, okay.
That that
Stealing.
she loved.
I thought you was stealing from the college.
I should have. So I should be able to just turn on the Wi-Fi and then they connect. Hang on 1 second. I'm put these headphones on.
All right, brother. What your team doing, Red?
What's up?
What's up with your team? They losing?
Yeah, we ain't talking about sports yet. We're gonna talk about this classic album first. Then we're gonna transition in sports, the school. Don't worry about it.
Your team
I just come get
your
the
team
NFL
did that
score.
bad, huh?
I did it all. Time we get to school and get to where we at.
Okay, y'all can still hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome back to our Just Coolin' Podcast. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the classic album session 1. I'm gonna start off with Redman Muddy Waters. 1996. Only right.
Hey.
Y'all remember the theme tracks off that album? Like, what was your initial feeling when it first came out and you heard the Redman Muddy Waters album?
Smoke Buddha, smoke Buddha. That was my shit. That was my classic.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man. Yeah, Whatever, man, was probably the track that really, captured my attention out the gate, man. But the whole album was, really had that feel in it at the time, man. That was it really hit the streets hard for me.
I think my joint was Pick It Up though. That was the hottest joint for me right that time.
Then you had Eric Sermon produce the whole album. I think Reggie Noble might have produced a couple of tracks on there, man. But the whole album to me, production wise, was flawless.
Oh yeah, Sherman is cold, man. Like you said, what was that last week or other podcast? You was telling me about that track Sherman produced. I didn't even know.
Oh, that LL Cool
Yeah, that LL Cool J joint.
J.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I also like his
he doubled. Which one was that?
The Superman Lover, 3,
Mm-hmm.
Waters.
Oh, heck yeah. with the intro to it, he had the intro verse in there, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. And then, he straight up hit it with the beats on there. Yeah, hey, that probably is my favorite Superman Lover was the one that he did on that one.
I'm trying to think which one was that. Was that the one he was talking about? Was that the one he was talking about Parrish Smith?
Yes. Disrespectful.
Yeah. That was cold though. Yeah, it was cold. Yeah.
She had the tattoos of the names on her back. You know what I'm saying? She said she keep track. Hey, that was a classic, man. That's my favorite Superman Love off that Muddy Waters album.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, then we're gonna transition on to the second album. Chef Raekwon, the chef, only built for Cuban Linx. That debuted in 1995. Grizzly was on a whole nother level with the production and the rapping and everybody. That was definitely, hip hop classic album in the drop. Still timeless to this
in
day.
his bag, no doubt.
So what was some of your favorite tracks on that album?
When I heard Verbal Intercourse off of that album, man, you know what I'm saying? That really, I had never heard no song like that before. That really, got my attention. Like I was on the woo at that time, but that album for me really put them in a whole different stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? Once I heard that track,
Said
that, and then I still listen to Rainy Days. Just about every rainy day, still to this day. So.
Oh man, that's one of my tracks.
There you go.
Was that the purple tape you talking about?
You talking about the purple tape? How it is?
Huh?
Yeah,
DJ.
Hey, listen. My hottest joint on there was the one with Nas.
Yeah, that was
that was the hottest joint to me when Nas was featured on that joint.
Like that Incarcerated Squad Faces and that Having a Hell. It's like the last track on the album.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually what was that movie? They playing chess. What was that movie called? Fresh, out the movie Fresh soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. About that album. I mean, it's a lot of them that I can name. Bases of Ice, Ice Cream, Winter Wars,
But the movie samples that they used on that too, man, like they sampled a lot from a movie, called The Killah, when they was talking about hey. So we used to watch The Killah, yeah. So all of them samples from that movie, The Killah, man, that that really put that album in a whole nother stratosphere for me, man. RZA was in his bag.
I think he pretty much sampled the whole movie. It seemed like there was so many skits and stuff in between that movie. It's
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
that.
all my favorite parts from the movie is on the album.
Right then, what about Eric B. Rock? He was some of the young folks back then when it came out. But I remember that album.
I think my joint on there was Ain't No Joke.
That's where you had Flavor Flav dancing in the video with the
Yeah.
box.
That was a hot
Like,
joint.
yeah, he was in a jamming. I ain't no joke.
I mean,
Mhm.
like iconic songs off of there. You know, I ain't no joke. You know, paid in full. Still, you know, all of that stuff runs to this day. You know what I'm saying? People feel like that album kind of changed the way, you know, MCs was even rapping. You know, at that time and kind of into the new era of how they rap. So major stuff.
Yeah, you had the serious King game after that. You know, wasn't no more body part rapping. And they had suits,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Eric B is president.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
that whole joint was banging.
If you think about it, like if you have the LP, the vinyl, the Pay in Full, it's like a 13-minute song or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think about
I,
that.
I don't know if I ever listened to all 13 minutes.
So you gotta educate yourself too.
And you know, and Eric B was cold, you know, on the cuts. But you go back and you listen to some of that stuff now, you're like, man, this is how the stretching was. But yeah, man, you know, that was my brother's era.
Cool. Supreme Clientele, Ghostface.
Oh
Mm.
shit! Come
Legal.
on now. You want to talk about an album that I never heard nothing like that before?
um,
That's a one of a kind right there.
there's so many joints on there, man.
The Mighty Healthy, One, Apollo
Mighty Healthy.
Kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at some of the production credit on that Spec
Nutmeg.
feature track on that.
Who? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which one did he do?
I think True or something like that. Right before
The
that
Truth.
skit.
Yeah, because he had that same. He had this. It was the same beat he had off his album, off the Uncontrolled
Right.
Substance album. Yeah, that. But yeah, man, Mighty Healthy. You know what I'm saying? Ghost Dini. You know, it was a bunch of bangers on there. But you know,
Hey, my joint was
dang, what other track did I like?
my joint was the one joint. One.
One, man.
Yeah.
We played that back so many times, man. And bro, I mean, I was just playing it back because I was trying to hear everything that he had said. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know, I was like, none of this make any sense, but it's brilliant. Hey,
Oh,
one thing about Ghost, especially after he did that album, was he kind of solidified like, all right, I got a style that nobody could ever imitate. And you
Yeah.
know, that's what I really appreciate
well, your boy tried
about
to
him
your
and
boy
that album.
your boy tried to imitate.
Who tried?
So you talking
Who was that trying to
You
imitate?
already know. You know who I'm talking about.
There
Then
could only be
you
one.
said Spirit on Fire.
didn't he get in trouble for that though? I thought Ghost
I
stepped to
heard he got
him.
pop woo, but you know, they had some
Hmm.
words, but I don't think nobody, you know, got touched up or roughed up, you know, in that situation that we know of. I don't know. We just regular
Yeah,
folks, man. Yeah, yeah,
It was
that was
classic though.
hilarious when Ghost
true.
he dropped that little YouTube video with the little. I think he had who would he have playing in the background? Teddy Pendergrass, Be Real. You
Oh
remember that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was cool.
hey, that
But
dude
do y'all
host,
think that
man.
was like? But do y'all think that was RZA's last greatest production on a Wu album period, solo or group wise? What y'all think?
No, absolutely not.
Well, do tell.
Absolutely
And
not.
you know, and how many tracks did RZA even do on Supreme Clientele? You know, I really think that he probably only did about 5 of the songs on there. I think
He
the
actually
majority of them was other people.
he did. I think he did about 8, and then Juju from Beat Nuts, some guy named
Uh huh.
Carlos.
Carlos Brody, yep. July
I
6th.
Optimus was on there, but he what? He didn't even produce on that album. Thought he did. I could be wrong.
Dang,
I
was
was
that the
looking.
last great RZA
Nah, man.
album?
Nah, I'm gonna have to say no.
I mean, give me one. After I'm talking about after that, after Supreme.
What else did he do?
No, I'm saying name another album after Supreme Clientele that RZA like produced.
Didn't
That was
he?
like,
Any of them Wu after Wu-Tang albums?
the W album, you know what I
That now
mean?
that one was slept on. That was slept
I
on.
yeah,
Still Feel was brilliant.
That was hands down slept
So
on. That was hot. That's a hot album.
so you know, I was listening to to the one that they had with Isaac Hayes on there the other day, man. I still throw that on, you know what I'm saying,
oh yeah,
on a Saturday.
Hey,
You know, my kids looking at me like I'm weird.
hey, my favorite one when he was like, he said, RZA came and got me. This is what I came to do. With Redman on there.
Hey, oh, that
yeah.
was the one with Busta Rhymes on there, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that joint was hard. That was one of the hardest joints.
Hey, that was hard, no doubt,
Hey.
man.
I like that One Blood with Master Killah.
No,
That one
yeah,
was that one
yes,
was
sir,
tight too.
yes, sir. The One Blood.
That whole album was
Uh-huh,
slept on,
uh-huh.
see, so you can't say that was one
I
of his.
agree. It was slept on,
You
and
can't
I
say that's
think
one
that
of his.
people slept on it because people didn't feel the singles that came out on it. And I can understand that, but I was kind of like, psst, if you mess with the Woo, and then you listen to this album, you'll appreciate what they did on here,
Because the
man.
single that came out
So
was that kind of that.
they did the Gravel Pit.
Yeah, the gravel pit was the single. That was like the
Hmm.
main single out, which was kind of, you know, uh,
Right.
kind of
It
bouncy.
was back,
Yeah, but it
yeah.
was hot
And
though.
and then they had the other one too, which I like, which a lot of people say they didn't like, but I like the other one. Dang. The one it was all of them on the track, and it was kind of introducing
Oh yeah,
them.
yeah, 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 yeah. That one
Dang,
was hot
what was
too.
the name of that?
I can't think of. I know what you're talking about.
A lot of people didn't like those singles, and I can understand not liking
Man,
Gravel Pit. I
hey,
ain't really bang
gravel
Gravel
pit
Pit
was
like that.
cold. I liked it. If you listen to it,
I had to.
everybody on there was coming. They had a nice little flow on there.
Hey, you got,
Yeah, yes. If you remember,
you got,
they was beefing with David Banner at the time.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
David Banner, Gamma Ray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you remember that? They was beefing with
Look,
Banner.
because he mentioned his name in there.
Yep,
No doubt.
yep,
I
yep.
didn't even know he
Hmm.
was still making Cadillac 22s. I wouldn't let him put them two together. To be honest with you,
I forgot what.
huh?
I think what happened was Banner was upset because somebody over there was like, the South was slow. So Banner had
Oh,
something to say something about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't slow over here. You know
E Banner.
oh.
what I mean? Yeah. What is
They
that?
were
A
still beef.
Michelob Light?
Got that Stella Artois, I got to put in that plug for the sponsors.
Hey, go. They need us. They need us. We need us.
They need us,
Yeah. Go on and plug them.
All right, this is if y'all can get on to this last album, Slum Village, fantastic Warriors,
Man,
You
you
already
Volume.
know what
look, AJ. You know how hard I used to
you already
bang
know
that.
what it is.
I banged that so hard. Hey, I
That,
got I got video of us driving banging that when we was going out one night.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to show y'all. Release that. This is hilarious.
The camcorder. I remember the camcorder.
Hey, we remember we was
There
bumping
you go.
Y'all
play
standout tracks on that album.
huh?
What were some of y'all standout tracks on that album?
Player, play
Play.
that was a joint.
Yes, sir.
I know AJ's what joint he liked the most on that joint.
Hold on.
Thelonious?
So hey, Thelonious, but the joint that had Pete Rock scratching on there. God dang it!
Ooh,
I'm
ooh.
trying to think of the names of these songs.
I thought you was
I
gonna say
didn't.
that one joint where he said, I ain't about shit. Nope, wasn't me, dog. AJ used to bang that.
All day.
Yeah, I forgot what joint that was. He used to bang that.
That was Raise It Up.
Yeah,
Raise
raise
It
it
Up.
up. Yeah.
Hey, Raise It Up used to have me taking my shirt off, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my shirt off, listening to Raise It Up, man. It was hot every time that
Hey,
track came on.
that joint,
It
yeah.
got hot real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There it is, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
hey,
when
but
Dilla.
that whole album though.
Yeah, that whole album was banging.
Dilla Dog.
And matter of fact, how I heard it, I think AJ stole it from Steve when we was in college. AJ stole it from Steve, and then I got a hold to it, so I don't even know.
Wow.
Hey, and that's how I knew. I didn't even know about him. AJ was like, check this out. And Steve had it. Steve had the CD. And I was like, yeah, I like this.
Steve been accusing me of stealing that CD. Maybe I did steal it. I don't know.
I think I
Hey,
did now.
if I got to get on the stand, man, oh, this way. I'm be like, this way right here. But yeah, that was hot.
Steve know how it go. 2U, 4U was another one
Hmm.
that banged on that for me, man. Get This Money.
I mean, the whole
There's a bunch
album
of
was hot.
tracks off of there. Yeah,
Dilla put his ankle on them beats on that. They
man.
Dilla.
Yeah, he
They
Yeah.
it's a piece of him, man.
absolutely.
All right, this is a pretty easy one. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, came out in 1992. Nothing but a G thing, Dre Day, Let Me Ride.
The real question is, do y'all think the Chronic 2000 was better than that though?
I mean, I would say that the Chronic 2000 probably had more overall hits on it, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying, than what the Chronic did, but the actual hits on the Chronic was probably harder than the hardest hits on, the Chronic 2000, in my opinion.
I don't know,
Mm.
man. I think
But
I'm gonna have to go with Chronic 2000 because
yeah, yeah,
we had that Devin the Dude on there. He had some
Yeah,
bangers on
Exhibit.
there. Exhibit. He had some bangers on that 2000.
it was some bangers on there, no
Everybody
doubt.
on that.
He had some
Yeah,
bangers on that
everybody.
certain.
And then it was the time that album hit too, you know what I'm saying? So like that
Hmm.
was what, 99 when that came out. And
Yeah, we was at we was
like,
in Bro Hall
yeah, hey,
beating it.
so when like the time that came out, it, like when the Chronic actually came out, I wasn't actually smoking no Chronic. You know what I'm saying? But when the Chronic 2000 came out, it was a whole different vibe. So, you know, it kind of, I felt that one a little differently than the first one. But I don't know, man. That first one, that
That first one
I
is
still throw "Let Me Ride" on.
the first one
I
is
throw all
legendary.
of them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last one. U.K. Ride Dirty. Came out in
Okay.
1990. Take it down south, Texas, Port Arthur.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's definitely a classic album.
All
Yeah.
day. I mean, Diamonds Against Diamonds Wood. Uh, you know,
That was Leather and Wood, wasn't it?
Nah.
But he
I don't
said,
think it was.
was that Diamonds and Wood? What song was that?
uh,
Yeah, right?
Diamonds and Wood. Uh,
I think that, if I'm not mistaken.
I just hit the ab and I'm feeling good. I'm bumping screw dick diamonds up against the wood.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Diamonds of wood. Yeah, High Life,
Yeah,
Early in the
That's
Morning.
highlight for my shit.
That the that album hit Tulsa so hard. It was kind of, I won't say the first time, you know what I'm saying, but dudes in Tulsa was always, for a little bit was kind of like, man, forget these dudes from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But when that album hit, it was really like, hey, because Tulsa kind of had more of a Cali vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
yeah.
the way that album hit Tulsa, that left impact, man. U.G.K,
Yes, that was a classic, bro. That's classic.
no doubt.
Yeah, and what we're gonna start doing on Just Cool and Podcast, we're gonna have like a series of these classic albums. I feel like it'd be more easy to talk about versus all this new stuff that's out. Personal opinion. You know, still some of these people that don't know nothing about hip hop, real classic hip hop music. So I think we should
Educate
do
the
special
kids.
on that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So now we're gonna transition to NFL scores. This is what we're about to get really watching this.
Can we start off with the Philadelphia Eagles?
Now we're gonna start off with the Cardinals. Yeah,
Fly, Eagles, fly.
28, 28 Rams win. Yeah.
Listen, if
Did
you
any of y'all catch any, by the way? I catch any in the football game today?
I caught that early game, Colts and Houston, Texans. Man, it was a good game, man. Houston really should have won that game, but they gave it up at the end, man. You know what I'm saying? Coach defense forced some turnovers, but that was a good game. I feel kind of bad for Deshaun Watson because he ain't got no weapons, and he out there doing everything by himself. But Coach pulled it out.
they need to get him some help for real.
They got to, man. They traded away his best player for a sack of beans. He out there by himself
For
now, man,
nothing.
for nothing. So he out there by himself, man. Line is trash. But he balling though. He's still balling by himself. So hopefully that kid stay healthy, man, and get some talent around him.
All right. This might be an upset. I don't know. Giants defeat the Seahawks 17-12.
Oh yeah, that's upset.
Yeah,
It's an
that
upset.
they was probably taking that week off.
Shout out to Sony Giants. Yeah.
Stoney, hey, because the Giants starting quarterback is hurt too, so they had to pull out old Colt McCoy. I can't believe they got that win. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I figured that Seattle would have won that one pretty easy.
We're gonna go ahead and get this on out the way. Eagles did lose to the Packers.
Look, I'm looking at the final score right now.
I thought
30,
we were
30 to
I don't know.
16. Y'all
Yeah,
want to
we
see?
can't see that.
Oh,
Nah,
okay. I'll just make sure.
we gonna go on
Hey, but the Eagles is another team that don't have, they need to put some talent out there, man. I mean, that quarterback, man, you know what I'm saying? Look like Jalen Hurts gonna wind up taking his job.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I
go ahead
agree.
and get your Jalen Hurts jersey ready.
Hold on. But next Patriots 45, Chargers.
Why we even talking about this game? We can move on.
I didn't even see that one coming.
Yeah, we next.
That game probably
Um,
lost me my fantasy matchup because I had Chargers quarterback and the Chargers running back.
What you say, AJ?
I said that game probably cost me my fantasy matchup because I had the Chargers quarterback and running back, and they didn't do nothing.
Mm.
45 to nothing. Thanks a lot, Chargers.
What's up with the Atlanta Falcons? They lost to the Saints 21-16. Tatum Hill, their quarterback, balling up ball now.
Hey man, the Saints is cold all the way around though, man. You gotta give it up to them.
Saints is cold. Their defense is good. Taysom Hill, you know, he probably is going to be good, but I was kind of surprised they started him instead of starting Jameis. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't even throwing the ball with him. You know, it's kind of like, all right, so you got this offense that you throw the ball around the field all of the time, and now you're going to transition away from that to, you know, kind of a running quarterback offense where this dude ain't no threat to throw the ball. And, you know, it seemed like it would have made more sense for them to play Jameis, but hey, they've been winning, so if you, albeit against the Falcons, who is trash. So hey, if you're gonna keep winning, then hey, you know what I'm saying, go on and keep them in there. But you know, I say throw Jameis in there for, you know, if Drew Brees ain't back come playoff time.
Are the Browns for real? Cleveland Browns, I think they're for real.
Hey man, they might be.
Real.
They might be.
They might be. I thought they was gonna lose today, and they beat the brakes off Tennessee. So
They might be.
you know,
They only lost 3 games, so
Yeah.
they've been trash for a long time. So I guess at some point in time, you got to turn that around, right?
The Lions beat the Bears 34-30. AD had 2 touchdowns. So
What?
hey, they both of
Hey,
them is
and what's funny is I thought that Chicago had won that game because Chicago was up like 2 touchdowns, I want to say, going to the fourth quarter. So I didn't even see that score that Detroit had won that game. So that's crazy.
yeah, they snuck by, man. But both of them got a 5-7
They
record
snuck
though.
on.
So.
There you go. Well,
right.
Chicago got to get a quarterback.
Lights out for them. Vikings over
Lights
Jaguars
out.
27-24. I don't too much stuff in one of the teams, but you know, they won the game. Vikings did.
Yeah, we can move on. That's not, you know, Jacksonville ain't got nothing.
Jaguars tanking as usual.
Dolphins, they balling out 19-7 over Bengals. They gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
I
think about
like
Dolphins.
Miami, man.
hmm
I like Miami. They got their coach. You know, they brought the coach in, Brian Flores. They thought that, okay, hey, the Dolphins, they're not going to be no good. They're gonna need 2 or 3 more years. He turned that team around in one season. And
Yeah,
you know, it looked like they might have snuck around and got them a quarterback that's going to be a franchise quarterback, maybe with Tua. You know, they stole him last year, basically. I think the Dolphins are going to be all right, man. That defense is good.
Yeah,
we got a black head coach. You know,
I definitely
Yes,
agree.
so I got to pull for him. I
sure.
got to pull.
Get that in. Raiders, the Raiders, 31-20 over the Jets. Like, it's been a good
Raiders.
game. Raiders pulled it out.
Hey, they laid an egg last week, man. I was out there flying my Raiders flag. They embarrassed me in front of my peers, my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? but
Hey, but
but
listen,
this week
hold
they
on,
put it off in the
hold
dirt.
on, hold on. They not playing.
Hold
They
up.
not playing nobody, man. So you know we can, you know. They should have won that game.
They're gonna mess around and be in the playoff though. But they did beat the Chiefs earlier this year.
They
So
did. They
they played
did.
somebody.
They got a good
They
record
beat
too.
the
They
Chiefs
seven and
earlier this
five.
year.
They 7-5. I see them.
There you go. And they was about to lose this game today against the Jets, which would have really been embarrassing. But then they threw the touchdown bomb to Ruggs with like 5 seconds left. Man, won the game, 5 seconds.
So
So you
y'all,
know my Raiders doing their thing.
so y'all number 2 in y'all division, right? Because the Chiefs is 1.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
should be
because I know
number
the
two. The
Broncos.
Chargers could be number two.
Nah, the Chargers, they're whack.
What's the Chargers record?
The Chargers record is 3-9,
Okay, no.
and the
Yeah, it's
Broncos is
definitely the
4
Raiders.
and,
My bad,
and
definitely the
7. Yeah,
Raiders.
so I think they number 2.
There you go. So they might sneak in. You know what I'm saying? It's 7 teams gonna make the playoffs this year, so it's possible that the Raiders sneak in and get that 7th spot. You know,
Yeah, it's possible.
they can't be losing like they did to the Falcons last week, though. No more.
You got the Colts 26-20.
It's a good
You
game.
know, yeah, it was a close game too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a obvious. answer that we all know the answer to. Chiefs, LeBron. So we need to discuss this.
No, man,
Like,
we ain't. You know.
Chiefs,
how
Mahomes.
many points are they gonna put up? Let's do that real quick. 40 something.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say Mahomes gonna put up 40, man. They're gonna put up 40 against the Broncos. Broncos don't even care no more.
They done.
They
They
played a practice team wide receiver at quarterback last.
do they got a quarterback this week or no?
They got a quarterback this week,
Okay,
though.
all right.
But
Yeah, they still gonna
last week
lose.
all of their quarterbacks
Grocery
had.
store.
They still gonna
Hey,
lose.
that dude, he stepped out on the field with a Safeway apron on. Hey, bless his heart.
Perhaps my finest.
Oh,
Did y'all catch boxing last night? Errol Spence and Danny. Did y'all get a chance to catch that last night?
who won that?
I didn't get to watch the fight, but I saw the highlights of it, man. Spence looked pretty good. You know, they say that it wound up being kind of close in the decision. But you know, I'm surprised that Spence, because he was in that car accident last year. I'm surprised that he, you know, was able to get back as quick as he was to be in the type of shape that he was, because Garcia ain't no bum. And I wish I would have got to watch that fight.
No, he looked like he was his own self. You know, I watched. I don't know it's about. He was like 12. You know, he won, but he tatted his face up pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good fight.
I mess with Spence, man. Spence a good fighter. You know, Terrence Crawford. You know, Bud Crawford. Every time I get opportunity to see them dudes fight, I try to do it. Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, Stevenson is nice.
Uh-huh.
Well, Westbrook got traded to the Wizards. What y'all think about that?
Hey man, listen. I was gonna bring that up too.
Go ahead, man.
I think that was a good pickup for the Wizards. I don't know about for John Wall going over there to Houston. I don't know about that, but I think that was a good pickup for the Wizards. Now, also another good pickup that I had noticed too was Steph going to the 76ers. They needed a good point guard, and I think that was a good pickup.
Who went to the 76?
Hold on. Who going to the 76ers?
Steph Curry.
Oh,
you talking about?
Yeah, his brother. He went to the Sixers.
I thought you said
No.
But hey, I watched a lot of Mavericks games last year, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Seth Curry is good, man. He a legit NBA player. I didn't really want to give him his credit before, but dude could shoot. He could play defense.
Listen,
you know,
that's a good pickup for Philly. I'm telling you, that's what Philly needed. They needed a good point guard over there.
That put them in a situation where they can just move on from Ben Simmons, you know, whenever they feel ready to, because Seth Curry will make Embiid better. He'll make him
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
But as far as Westbrook go, I don't know, man. And Westbrook is my guy too, man. But I don't know.
My guy.
I think it's a good pickup.
Who else is even on the Wizards?
I mean, Bradley Beal. They got a couple of good ball players.
They got a couple of people on the squad, I think.
Yeah,
I can't think of who it is.
They still got who's their center over there?
Shoot, Vlade Divac? I don't know.
But this is the thing. This is the thing with the thing with Russ, at least over there, you know, because Bradley Beal, he just want to spot up and shoot. You know, for the most part, I think that's what he want to do. And you know what I'm saying. If Russ kick him the ball, you know what I'm saying, he'll be happy. But I don't think that Russ got any plans on kicking him the ball.
Hey, but the East is wide open.
Knows how that'll go.
The East is wide open, so that's good for Russ. He can kind of show, you know, he can make the playoffs.
Miami might beg to differ. Miami might say, nah, the East ain't wide open.
Miami's good.
Lock down the East for a couple of years. Yeah.
I
But
I was really
Wall
disappointed.
going to Houston,
Mm.
because I don't think that Harden. I mean, because Wall, he the type of dude that gotta have the ball in his hands. Harden, the type of dude that gotta have the ball in his hands. Is basically you traded Russell Westbrook for Russell Westbrook. Is the way I see it.
Hey,
Ball down.
You know they.
but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
John Wall hasn't been the same since that injury, though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been producing like he was, you know, his younger days.
We don't
I'll
even know what
be
he.
interested to see if he's still as fast as he was, because he was,
Hmm.
his game really was. I'm faster than everybody, and he might not be faster than everybody no more.
Yeah.
Oh, so now, uh, what's the high school basketball players? The era 26 to 98. Who were some of the best?
Oh, repeat that. You gotta talk. Repeat that, brother.
Oh,
You broke up. Repeat that.
all right, gotcha. Tulsa High School basketball players from 96 to 98. Who were some of the best hoopers that came out of town in that era from 96 to 98? Tulsa High School ballers.
You're talking about that 96, 98 era, you know what I'm saying? You probably would have to start with them guys that graduated in 96 out of Booker T, you know what I'm saying? So you're talking about, Eton and who else would have came out in
So
96? Huh?
you had a Dan Hotshot, I think.
Shaw.
Derek Thomas was playing for McLean. He was putting down some
Derek
kinfolk. He's
Thomas. Hey,
yeah,
Derek Thomas don't be getting enough love, man. Hey, Derek was raw. You know what I'm saying? McLean had a
yeah,
little bit of something going on back then. He
yeah.
held his own against all them Booker T bigs.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah.
What happened? What
He was
happened
only
to
like
him?
6.
He
Man,
went
he
to
doing all right.
ORU.
He's just working right now, man. As far as I know, I know he had his own landscaping business, some other business on the side, but yeah, he's still in the town. He's doing good, you know.
Why he didn't go overseas?
From my understanding, I know he played for RU. I think he
He
played
balled
at
at ORU.
for a while. I don't know if he went overseas. I had to get in contact with him to see. If he
Okay.
did, he probably didn't go for that long. You know, might have got hurt. I'm not quite sure, but definitely,
But I mean, he was averaging like 20 and 10 at ORU. I think, you know what I'm saying. Like the last 2 years he was there, he was putting in work,
yeah,
work. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's try
Then
to.
you got
So that was Derek. Uh,
Mack and
so now I'm trying to think of some of the dudes. I'm trying to think of some of the dudes in some of the other schools now. Let me kind of work my way around the horn over there. Uh, who
U.G.K Central was called too.
who was it that was called?
Demetrius Gatewood. Remember him?
Oh yeah, Demi, man. Yeah, hey, Demi was cold, man.
Yeah,
Demi, hey, Central wasn't supposed to win that championship in '98, man. But Demi was like, oh no, we finna win this thing. You know what I'm saying? It was Demi, Big Dave Atkinson. You know what I'm saying? They had JoJo Knowles in that team. Uh, they had a squad, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, dang. I want to say Lil Isham was their point guard.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was. It was either him or DeQuan.
Hey, that team was not supposed to win that championship that year. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of like Memorial and well, no, that was 6A. Who? Them Oklahoma City teams. You know what I'm saying? McGinnis and all of them. They have been winning championships. Midwest City, and they just figured, okay, well, these Oklahoma City teams is going to take that again. But TC came in there and got it done, man. Hey, Demi was a ball player, man. Demi was a ball player.
Y'all remember James Thompson Rogers?
James Hall. Hey, man, that dude tried to dunk on me in 8th grade, man. Hey, I didn't even know
Uh,
nobody was supposed to be dunking. I didn't even know nobody was supposed to be dunking when we was in 8th grade, man. I turned around, this dude had just took off. You know what I'm saying? I ran as quick as I could out the lane. You ain't finna dunk on me. My mama here. Hey, Hey, James Hall was cold though. This is what I saw James Hall do. So I went to it was a Rogers Booker T game. So I'm trying to think of what year that was. That probably would have been maybe 97. So of course Booker T was stacked. They they had players all over the court, and everybody knew that Rogers was basically just Hall. So basically, what was happening, Booker T would come down the court, and they would give it to a different person every time. Buckets. They was dunking everything, and then Rogers would come down. Of course, James Hall, he just put on drilling display at half court. Then that dude, he was pulling up from just beyond half court, bang, busting threes, boom, just every time down the court.
They had this dude named, you remember Jeff Thomas? Jeff Thomas was playing for Rogers.
Jeff Thomas, yeah, hey, Jeff was cold.
He was a nice hitter playing in that game too. I remember Van was baseline dunking around him for Booker T.
Dunked on him. Yeah, he dunked on him. He did. He caught him slipping. He caught him. Yeah. Hey, James was cold, man. Left hand, right hand. That dude was real smooth with it. I wish that he hadn't tricked his. He was, him and his brother was, running the streets. But hey, that dude, he had a professional NBA style game, and he was big like that too. I wish he would have, took better care of himself.
Mm. Okay, so we on the Who You Got segment. All right, well listen, this is a Who You Got segment. We do this every podcast. So my Who You Got is before I say who, I'm talking about everybody that was on the roster.
Okay.
On both rosters. I'm talking about everybody that was. You got to think about it. Go back of the new roster. Everybody was on the roster. So who you got? Death Row or Bad Boy?
I mean, to me, that's. But who had the most hits?
Nah, think about the rosters though.
Okay, so
I'm talking about from R&B.
Okay, once you add R&B in, now you're talking about something. But if you're just talking about rap, then
nah, you got everybody on the roster, the whole rosters that was on there. Right.
As far as just straight hits,
like who you got though? That's
I mean, I guess I personally, being the rap guy that I am, what I'm saying, I personally would probably have Death Row, what I'm saying, artists for artists across the board. But that R&B lineup that Bad Boy had, what I'm saying, couldn't nobody mess with that
but
R&B
listen,
lineup.
Though,
I mean,
you got to think about who was on Bad Boy rap wise too. Though. The Locks.
I mean, the Locks, right?
You had
Mace.
G-Dep, Mace. What was his name?
You get no points with G-Dep for me.
Wait.
Nah. And see, by the time G-Dep was rapping,
wait, hold on. Listen though. Listen, you also had Bad Boy South, A-Ball, MJG.
Okay.
I'm talking about the whole. So who you got? Bad Boy or? That's what I'm saying. It kind of gets
So if you said like 92 to like 98, I can mess with it. But if you just
I'm talking about the whole. I'm talking about the whole rosters between the two.
Now the Bad Boy rap crew that I messed with, Biggie, of course, you know what I'm saying. But Black Rob,
what I'm saying.
People need to give Black Rob his props.
Yeah, give him his props. Give him his props. Rob was hard. Rob was hard.
Hey, the Locks. I mess with Summer Shine stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Shine.
But Mace. Mace's first album was legit.
Hey, Mace was hard. Mace was hard.
After that, I couldn't really mess with Mace like that. But I could. The only time I ever messed with G-Dep was when he did the Special Delivery remix and Ghostface was on it. You know what I'm saying? That was the hardest thing Dep
Hold on, though.
was
Wait.
part of.
We got to include Craig Mack.
Mack.
That first album was cold.
Yeah.
That first Craig Mack album was cold. But
It's some crazy Craig Mack stories out there too about, he say that Puffy put his goons on him, you know what I'm saying, to make him put out that second album when he did or something like that. I want to know the real Craig Mack story, man. What really went down?
but you gotta look who was all on death row as far as R&B. It was death row was crowded for a minute there too. Cause didn't they shine? Didn't they have Jodeci over there for a little bit?
Nah,
See,
I could have sworn they had Jodeci over there.
they tried to get them, but they didn't. I just sung, certain songs. You got Snoop Dogg, Dog Pound, Lady of Rage, RBX,
RBX,
They had some more.
Nate Dogg,
They had some more people on there too. That was hard.
LA, Danny Boy,
Miss Chalet.
Danny Boy,
Yeah.
They had Left Eye over there for a
Pac,
minute.
of course. Left Eye was
Yes.
there for a minute.
Brief moment. Well,
I mean, track for track though.
Who else was on there?
Y'all have to Google that and see who else was on the roster. Because Death Row
was the bulk of them. That was pretty much the meat of Death Row, though.
But they was signing a whole bunch of. They was being like Bad Boys and signing a whole bunch of other artists.
I got Shell.
Who's that?
Who's talking about? That don't count. He was saying the Death Row. Remember?
Wait,
who?
He was supposed to replace Snoop Dogg after Snoop went to No Limits.
Who?
This dude named Eastwood.
Oh yeah, Eastwood.
Google him.
I'm gonna tell y'all who y'all forgetting that was on Death Row. Crooked Eye, man. You know what I'm saying?
Crooked Eye was over there,
man.
Crooked Eye was there.
Crooked Eye was a monster. Hey,
yeah.
I heard a track. Just a couple of weeks ago. It was Crooked Eye, Chino XL. Who else was on there? And Tech Nine. Hey, them dudes still got it, man. I love hearing, you know what I'm saying, the 35 and up rap group. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they still out there in the booth, man. They still getting it done. Hey, Crooked Eye, man. Crooked Eye was cold.
I think didn't what's his name from Jodeci did a lot of production over there too at Death Row. Devontae.
Oh, Dalvin.
Yeah, Mr. Dalvin did a lot of. I thought he was over there signed though myself, but he must have did a lot of beats.
He was doing records for everybody though.
Yeah.
But like you say, Bad Boy had that R&B. That roster over there was cold. They had a nice little roster.
The R&B run that Bad Boy had from like I'll say 95 to like 97, 98. It basically the hits that they put out from an R&B standpoint was like Motown worthy. You know what I'm saying? R&B.
Yeah. I didn't even mention Carl Thomas and cats too.
Faith
Evans.
Yeah.
Mary J was on Bad Boy.
J. Yes, sir.
So yeah, it was
that R&B roster. And then Puffy decided that couldn't nobody else make no more albums but him, so that killed all of that.
But when he did Bad Boy South, who we had? 8Ball, MJG, Young Jock. Y'all remember what was that song, Young Jock? Meet me in the club.
Meet me in the club.
Y'all remember that?
That was the white tee era.
That was bad. That was at Bad Boy South. Bad Boy South was cold.
Hey, Lloyd
was on. Lloyd had some hits. Lloyd was nice. It was a lot of who else was on Bad Boy during that time on Bad Boy South?
Was Neo on there? Maybe not. Neo was somebody else. Huh?
Nah, I don't think Neo was on there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
But by them just signed.
By the time they started doing Bad Boy South, I was like, I'll listen to 8Ball MJG, but I don't know about what else y'all got going on. That 8Ball MJG album was wild too.
And that album was hot. I'm telling you, you didn't like Young Jock, and your Jock came out.
Oh, you talking to me?
AJ, you didn't like Young Jock, AJ? Come on, man. You know that was a. You know that was a hit.
I couldn't do the bubble gum.
Listen, hey, young, that was a hit back then. Meet me in the club.
And
It's
that's
going
when grown
down.
men had dances in the club, man, like to them type of song, man. Like, nah, we gonna practice this with this when we go to the club tonight.
Hey,
Hey.
that was when Sex Mob was running the clubs. You go up in there, and Sex Mob would be in there. They was in there freaking down in the club. You know what I'm saying? That's who was listening to Young Jock. They was listening to Young Jock.
I'm trying
Hey,
to
but
think who else was on Bad Boy South, man. Hold on, let me see.
was Cassidy on Bad Boy? Was Cassidy on Bad Boy the rapper?
Nah, I know he has a deal with Swiss, but I mean, I could be wrong.
Boys in the Hood.
No, I think you're right.
Oh, it's Young Jeezy.
Boys in the Hood. They was on Bad Boy South,
Boys in the
remember?
Hood. Okay.
Yeah. I just googled it. Yeah, I remember them.
How long did Bad Boy South last? It was like everybody on there put out one album and that was it, huh?
I think
2.5 years.
Yeah, it didn't last that long.
Yeah.
It was a creative idea
Puffy
though.
was like, nah. Puffy was like, nope, it's time for me to put out some more albums.
That's right though. What's his name was on there, huh? Jeezy was on Boys in the Hood, huh?
Boys in the Hood.
I forgot about that group.
She's a
Gorilla Zoe was on Bad Boy South.
Gorilla Zoe had a handful of hits.
I'm just looking it up right now. I don't know who else was on there for a while.
That'd be the last one.
That might
He
be
pull
him.
out enough, I would be shocked.
But
He
yeah,
should
I
just
don't.
stop.
So who you got, man? If you had to choose one.
I mean, I'm only going to judge them on their heyday. Death Row's heyday versus Bad Boy's heyday, and as far as rap artists, I'm gonna go ahead and give uh Death Row the nod. You know what I'm saying? I mean, once you're talking about you got Tupac and Snoop and Dr. Dre, you don't really got to have much else. You know what I'm saying? But from an R&B standpoint, Bad Boy all the way.
Red.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
Red. What about who you got, Red?
Death Row. I ain't
Oh.
even got to think about it. Ain't nothing to think about.
Suge Knight.
Much went through all that, and I'm still gonna go with Death Row. I like how we broke it all down
They
into
had
context.
listen. They had hit for hit. If you had to say hit for hit though, yeah, you would probably have to give it to Death Row hit for hit.
Now, if you go hit for hit, it's probably Bad Boy.
You say Bad Boy?
Because listen to what you said. Though listen, when did Death Row stop making music? Snoop left, Dre left, Tupac dead. Dog Pound ain't even with Death Row. So
Yeah,
take them into the equation. Bad Boy still putting out music. We talked
97.
about Bad Boy South, R&B. They were still so. Yeah, Bad Boy
Death
got more
Row,
hits.
you're really talking about Death Row. You're really talking about from 92 to 97.
But
Yes.
And that was it.
But I think they have. Do you think so? You think Bad Boys had more hits than Death Row on the charts?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to second guess that one. I'm gonna have to go with Bad. I'm gonna have to go with Death Row on hit for hit. You gotta think about
No,
that.
because look, man, Puff Daddy put out a show called Making the Band. That group is more platinum. So like, we just
Dylon,
talking
Dylon,
about.
Dylon.
Come on, Danny Kane. Death Row ain't been putting out no music in a long time, man. You just
But
going off this.
I'm saying when Death Row was at their peak and Bad
So we
Boy
gotta
was
go
at
from
the
here
peak.
again. 92. Okay. We just
Death Row had a
four or
lot of
5 years.
hits though.
Huh?
Death Row, I'm gonna say Death Row had a lot of hits.
Depending on what year you talk about, era. You talking about from like 92, from like to 96,
I'm talking about
something like that.
when they was at their peak.
Yeah, I give you that. But if you just talking about
No
overall
doubt.
body,
No, I'm saying at their peak, who had for hit, who would you say? And that's kind of hard because it was
Even then, though, I mean, because them records, you know what I'm saying, even after Biggie died, you know what I'm saying, the Puffy stuff and the May stuff, they was moving a ton of units. I mean, it was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Then you're talking about, I mean, and then that trickled down to even like, you know, Cameron was coming out doing horse and carriage. and that, I want to say that went platinum. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of stuff hidden, and it's kind of like once Death Row kind of, you know, once Tupac was gone, and you know, the whole hit machine was over at that point for them. You know,
But you know, Snoop had hits. Dog Pound had hits.
Snoop had hits, but Snoop had a lot of his hits. Well, I guess they still would have been on Death Row, but then, you know, Snoop had about half of his hits after he left Death Row.
Right, yeah.
Maybe more than half.
You're right.
He probably had more than half his hits after he left Death Row.
But he made his better music when Death Row, I would say that.
No doubt.
You think he made better music than he did when I don't know, man. When he was over there with P, man, he made some hits with P. I like him with P. When he was with P,
Doggy Style, Last Meal.
That last album, you could tell, like, you know what, I'm not gonna do no more beats by the pound. I'm gonna get Recruit, Raphael Sadiq, DJ Quick. He kind of switched it up a little bit. I know the production on that album. Yeah.
Because he was kind of making, you know, down south albums, but it's like, you know, his fan base was a Cali fan base.
Right.
So he had, you know, he had to go back and get his Cali people, and it was smart.
Yeah.
Snoop always gonna make money forever.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna say it again. I really loved this commentary during that fight, man. He had me rolling. I was like, this nigga is hilarious.
Hey, if Tyson bring him back to do the commentary on all of the fights, man, they're gonna make money hand over fist. Like people that don't even care about fighting.
Listen,
they'll pay the pay-per-view.
One thing that stuck out, I don't know if anybody caught this, but when they was doing it, you know how they interview, you know, when they first come on, and the white dude was like, yeah, this is brought to you by Weed Maps, and then, you know, it got quiet, and Snoop was like, yeah, my favorite.
My fave.
He said, yeah, that's one of my favorites. So I was like, this nigga's hilarious.
That was the icebreaker.
Hey man, show everybody the shirt, man, so we can get that shirt going on. I know you got that shirt on, man.
Oh man, I got the champion hoodie on.
Nah, what's under there, bro?
Check this out. Tell them they can get that shirt that I don't have on.
Well, you ain't got that on underneath? You ain't got that underneath?
No, tell them where they can go get it. I ain't got it on.
Listen, look in the description.
He got a Killah Army shirt on underneath.
Man, I might have just my wife beat up most.
Look under the description. It's in the link in the description. You can get it for sure.
I'm getting my shirt.
All right, so, we're gonna go ahead and transition to man, I ain't gonna wear the shirt every day. I gotta wash it.
Hey man, I thought you had it on, man. Wait, when I get my hoodie, I'm wearing it.
When you gonna wear yours?
I'm still. Hey, mine just said it's gonna be delivered. It's on its way.
Okay, but anyway, y'all, get the merch. Hope we do some time. Follow up. All right. Helpful tips. 9 tips to strengthen your immune system. All right. Number 1. The most important thing is get enough sleep. Oh, by the way, disclaimer: I am not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. Okay. Just giving you some information.
Dr. Red.
Okay. No, sir.
Look, Mal, what was that album you put out? Malpractice?
Yeah. But you don't know, we're not gonna pay y'all. You're on a budget.
No, wait. I'm gonna start calling you Dr. Travis. Dr. Travis.
Dr. Travis.
Well,
Travis.
All right, number 1. Get enough sleep. Make sure you get at least 7 hours of sleep every night, okay? Number 2, eat more whole plant foods, like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. Those are all rich in nutrients, all right? Anybody want to elaborate on it as far as eating more whole plant foods? You got to eat healthy when you can.
Stay on your vitamin C, man. I would say stay on your vitamin C.
Yeah, you know, your
Water.
body changes every 10 years.
Make
So
sure y'all drinking
keep that in
that good water right there.
Water. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
alkaline water.
Mm-hmm. All day. Sponsor.
mind. All
There
right.
you go.
Number 3, eat more healthy fats. Omega 3s is a good one. Salmon, chia seeds. Those are some good ones you can eat also for as far as healthy fats. Once again, I am not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. It's a disclaimer. I'm just providing you
You're not a doctor, but you still carry a pager. What's that all about?
information right now. Go to the payphone. See what's going on.
uh,
I'm telling you, number 4, eat more fermented foods or take a probiotic supplement. All right. I'm not even going to elaborate on that. Just do it. 5, limit added sugars. Make sure that uh, you refine your carbs and just watch what you put in your body. Watch your intake when it comes to added sugar. Okay, stuff is pretty bad for you. That's why I get diabetes 1 and 2. So watch your sugar level.
Man.
6, engage in moderate exercise. That's a no-brainer. Make sure you exercise as much as you can, whether it's 20 to 30 minutes. For your own heads, make sure you stretch first. Don't go out to be trying to hoop and think you can still dunk like Marcus free throw line.
not from not the Marco dunk from the free throw line.
Free throw line. Fuck up the
listen,
free throw.
he ain't never dunked from the free throw line, man. I ain't never seen that.
There's no footage of
Yeah, I
it.
ain't
There
never
is
seen
no
it.
footage
Hey,
of it.
I ain't never seen it.
how you how you got the audacity to even fix your mouth to say that, man? That's what I always wonder. Like, come on, bro.
But examples of moderate exercise and brisk walking. Let's say brisk walking. Okay, I didn't write that. Maybe bicycling, jogging, swimming, and light hiking. Okay, those are some of the moderate exercise you guys can do, and some of that stuff is free. It don't cost you anything to walk out your house and go for a brisk walk. Right? Some oxygen. Number 7, stay hydrated. Drink enough fluid daily to make sure your urine pail is yellow. What the heck is they talking about? Keep it clear. That's all I can tell you on that one.
Gang, gang.
Keep it clear.
Uh,
8, very important one. Manage your stress levels. Manage it. Meditate. Listen to some music. Write your journal. Do some yoga. Try a lot of mindfulness practices. Exercises. So that is my. Oh, I got one more. What up, y'all? 9, supplement wisely. So it's easy to turn to some supplements if you hear claims about their ability to treat or prevent COVID-19. However, these assertions are unfounded and untrue. So make sure you get vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, garlic. Uh, those are some ways to treat your stress. And like I said, sometimes just deep breathing exercise. And once again, I am not a doctor. It's a disclaimer, not a specialist. All right. Quote for the day. Almost there, y'all. Power is the ability to get things done despite the resistance and opposition of others. I'll repeat that again. Power is the ability to get things done despite the resistance and opposition of others. Dr. Claude Anderson.
hmm.
Y'all know about talks a lot about black economics in America. Let that marinate. You guys,
Yeah, I
everything
used to have a book of his.
cut out. Huh? Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. No, he said he used to have a book of his.
I'm still here. I can hear you.
Okay. You have any shout outs, anything you got going on? Or how can they reach you? AJ?
Or how I could be reached. Hey,
You don't have
you
to.
know what I'm saying? I'm in these streets, you know what I'm saying? If you just reach out, I could be touched.
Get them on stage, y'all.
No, hey, but
Let me sit them in these streets.
but just to piggyback what you said, man, yeah, take care of your body, take care of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Do the breathing exercises. You know, stress management is important. You know, I've been hitting a speed bag lately. You know what I'm saying? Try to get some aggression out,
Okay.
and it's good. So you know, hey, do that. I'm not good at it, but you know, it's something.
Hey, we're looking for graphic designers and people who make logos too. When you want to elaborate on that point also as far as young talent and like
Yeah,
people
if
like
you got young,
musicians.
you got anything, young talent, beats, rhymes, graphic design, anything, hit us up, man, and we'll get you on the show. And or if you want to be a sponsor, we'll get you on the sponsorship, and we'll make it happen.
All right, and that's a wrap up for Just Cooling Podcast. It's been real with y'all.
We
Peace.
appreciate you, AJ.
Anytime, gang, gang.
All right, we are.
Hey, so y'all do this.